Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm sorry, my phone. Hi, everyone. So, this is Ashley from Cannabis Nursing Solutions, and I wanted to talk to you all about putting yourself out there. So, you can see I made up today. I don't always do my makeup when I do my videos. I'm actually more of a natural person, but when I want to feel confident and feel good, and I want to make sure that I make a good impression with the people that I'm meeting with, whether it's going to be on camera or not, I always do my makeup and I always make sure I show up looking good, looking professional, and feeling good. Like I even have perfume on right now. And that is because like I just want to feel confident when I'm communicating with people. So let me back up a little bit. My name is Ashley. I'm from Cannabis Nursing Solutions, and I'm getting ready to do a podcast in probably 20 minutes. And I just wanted to hop on here and record this because I think I heard somebody else mention that they were getting opportunities to do podcasts and they were really nervous. And be nervous. It's okay because you probably never did it before. If you have, like, you don't have as much experience, like you don't know what to say, or you haven't talked about cannabis out loud. Because you're talking about cannabis, sometimes people will maybe blindside you a little bit with their questioning or their perspective. But it's up to you to shift that perspective, right? Like that's why we're here. We're here to shift healthcare perspectives, aren't we? We're nurses, we're talking about cannabis, but really the endocannabinoid system. So anyway, I say all that to say it's okay to be nervous going in there, but do everything you can to relieve the stress. Deep breathe, look good, feel good, talk to yourself in the mirror and make sure that she know that she look good when you looking in the mirror. Do all of those things before you even hop onto the podcast. Get to know the platform, test out the visual, the lighting. Do you look the way that you want to look on camera? Is the background looking the way that you want it to look like on camera? If you're trying to look professional, put on a suit jacket. Like I said, I put on my perfume, even though nobody else will smell it. I smell it and I know I smell amazing. My makeup is done because I have this $1 million persona that I'm giving off to the world, regardless if you can see me or not. It resonates through my voice. So when you get on these podcasts, just know this too. The average American does not know what you know. Be clear. You are an expert, even if you're a novice in this space. Okay? So when you get out here and you're talking to people about the endocannabinoid system, most people don't even know what that word is. And it's up to you to explain it. So even if you don't get all the words exactly right, even if you might be a little confused about the CB1 and the CB2 receptors and all the other receptors that CBD and the other cannabinoids bind to, just know that you know more than the person on the receiving end. So therefore you are the expert. And you need to walk into that podcast, walk into that event, knowing that that's the case, knowing that that's true for you. Okay. And when you talk with confidence, people are more likely to buy into what you're looking for. And even if you leave a few holes in your sentences, maybe you didn't catch all the details, it's okay. At least you gave them the language to Google. At least they know to contact you and you can look it up yourself. So that way they can circle back. And when they ask the question, you'll have the answer for it. Right? You are an expert. That's why they're asking you to be on this podcast. And I'm gonna say this because I posted it in our private group earlier. Opportunities come when you put yourself out there. When people know what you're doing, when people know that what you're interested in, when people know what your experiences are, they'll be more likely to reach out to you because they already know what you're good at. So the example that I gave is this next soon we're going to the Canna Jam. I was invited because of my work working on the guidelines for the school system, and I'll tag the video for that one on here so you can see what I did. But it was the birth of ACEs medicine. And the reason why they knew that I would have some insight on what their child was going through was because of my work on the guidelines. So they're able to pull those dots together and say, hey, I want you to be at my event and I want you to talk to these people about your work. And they knew to do that because people knew about my work. So For all of you nurses who are new to the industry, who are trying to get your feet in and trying to figure out where you fit and trying to figure out what direction to go into, don't worry, it's going to take some time to really figure out where that path lies for you. But I'll say this, as you're trying to figure it out, just know that in most situations, 90% of the situations, you are the expert. You know more about the human body than the average US citizen. You know more about the endocannabinoid system than the average US citizen. And you are the one who can provide the world with your experiences and your expertise in any dynamic. And besides that, you don't have to be an expert in cannabis. You have a whole lifetime of experiences that you bring forward anyway as a nurse or as a human being, as a woman, as a man. Like, pick which box you fit into and understand that those experiences have a shape, have a perspective worth hearing. Everybody gets a perspective in 2022. We are no longer hiding in the shadows behind our perspective because we worried about what people think, and especially if you chose the cannabis industry. So I'll say all that to say, when you go into these podcasts, when you get asked to be on a podcast, don't be nervous. Talk yourself off the ledge. Hey girl, and I do this when I get in the mirror as I'm doing my makeup. Hey girl, how are you? What's going on? How are you feeling? I talk to myself. I let myself know that everything is going to be okay. And then I show up looking good, and I show up feeling good, and I show up smelling good. What do you do? What do you do when you get asked to uncomfortable situations and you're trying to make yourself feel better? What do you do? I want to hear about it in the comments. Anyway, you can reach out to me if you're interested in taking the training course. You can email me at gratitude@cannabisnursingsolutions.llc.com. I also put the link to my masterclass, how I made my first 5K as an endocannabinoid specialty nurse. So take a listen to that. And I think that's it. Have a great day. I hope to hear from you soon. Everybody who comes to my training course, I'm sorry, I'm still going, but everybody who comes to my training course, they do get that mentorship aspect, and they get an opportunity to make residual income. So ask me all about it. Just ask me all about it. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.